Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again, steel yourselves, prepare your souls, gird your loins, because it is showtime. Can't really see that. Can't really actually make out that I actually do have eyebrows. Hi guys, I'm back. Aethus, more Aethus. And again, I have prepped. I have 5 power relays ready. And I had just slept, so we're going down, down, down. I changed the coloring on my base. Gave it a new theme. Cool. Black and purple. Prince would be so keen on it. Sure. We'll go purple. Speaking of purple. Alright, there was one thing that we had missed previously. And that may be Iota. I'm supposed to follow the pipes. Okay, I think we just need to hook this one up. We build. Power relay. There. And now, I think, occasionally I do think. That may be hard to believe, but I think we can get in here now. No. Why can I not click on that? Oh, that's why. Because I'm a dope. Good evening.
Ow.
To my first joining.
Why did my teeth suddenly hurt?
My teeth hurt? My teeth hurt? I got a med bay. We got a couple boxes with goodies. Microcircuits and some chips we can sell. Deep vein geode, oxygen dome, and more gravity tech. I haven't found anything I can make with the gravity tech yet. We have a recipe.
You're going to want to read the log file on this machine.
I will, and do right after I pick up. Unlocked chassis Chasma Gray. Coloring scheme. Empty injector. Health and anti-rad. I will get to that in a second. It'll be the last thing I get to in here. Alright, nothing for the medical drone dispensary, although they are activatable. We have another anti-rad injector. Good. Can I pick up that? It's purple. Well, why is it purple? Nothing else is purple. I mean, that's purple. Facility Iota. This is Iota. Shadra Burlap. Hey, Lone Star Wolf. Welcome back.
That's me. He was here. Was this where he worked?
Don't spiral, Maeve. Let's explore the rest of this place. There must be some more information.
Shadra, got a second? Burlap. Hi, Jennifer. What's up? McKenna. Bit of a medical question. You know, I've been interested in trying to move up from med assistant to CMT, right? Yeah, how can I help? Dr. Shaw mentioned a condition I'd never heard of the other day. I was wondering if you knew anything about it. Terminal data saturation syndrome. Never heard of it. Sounds serious, though. You say that Gerard mentioned it? Yes. Well, wouldn't be the one to question his vast experience. He must know what he's talking about. When have you two been working together, though? I haven't seen you around Omicron for a while, come to think of it. Oh, I'm just floating between facilities at the moment. Bit of a special assignment that they needed me for, apparently. Well, if you're working with Dr. Shaw, then you'll be moving up to CMT in no time. I'm sure, hopefully, they'll be able to come back to us at IOTA sometime. It was great to have you. I'll let you know if I get the chance, Shadra. Thanks for your help. No problem, Jen. Block. That was Phil Munchie. About culture containment in this one. That's the one we just finished. Do we have any entry? Goop be gone. The facility beyond Row is called Tau, and it was filled to the brim with this radioactive toxic goop that started to spew out in the cavern. I managed to reset and flush the waste system, which appears to be a manufacturing center. This expedition was no small thing. The extent of these different facilities is vast. A serious industrial undertaking. For what exact purpose, however, I've yet to discover. When we left Tau, Roland experienced some sort of code minion thing involving his stubs. That sounds dirty. Something related to memories. Anyway, it connects to the Kappa module, something called IOTA. And now she thinks her granddad was here. Me, my character. Strange ore chunk. And some quarry ore. Exotic particle deflector. This requires an ionization subsystem. Presumably this too, maybe? This one has it. It's a shielding panel. Okay, so that one's not working. Yeah. Roland is
scrambling your language processor,
having
Roland.
a breakdown. Electromagnetic field. Open the door. Advanced electronics and basic electronics. Another matter folder. Well, we need to have Roland back online, I think, so. Did I not just pick one of those up? There it is.
Is that better, Roland? Or you still memi-flarging?
Memi-flarg, yep.
Back to normal. The field felt quite nice, though. Tingly. Maybe you could switch it back on to test for science testing.
It gave him a techno woody.
So much gobbledygook on this console.
Supervisors.
Translate code, minion.
Ring
The
platform.
consoles are set to direct to AI mode. Let's see. Huh. It's the control system
Particle
for
accelerator.
particle accelerator.
That's unexpected.
Here's why I don't need any fart. It's set to loop the output energy into those deflector panels in the hallway. The rest of the code is about the machine's status. I'll need a closer look at the setup downstairs to figure this out.
Alright, let's go poke some super advanced machinery.
Particle accelerator controls. Operating mode tear paper. Interface paradigm AI maximal. CH load null. ENR prox. Deflector feed loop. Set.interface underscore par human locked. Tear paper. Set interface par AI maximal active. EXE verify chambers verify.ch status. Those are, I'm assuming, different places for the teleportation codes. EXE equals verify chambers or EXE equals process default. Not yet, I don't think. Not yet. We've got this one's live. Well, it's showing is live. Oh, I guess it's the whole thing that's live. Administrator terminals. Current off token null. Lockdown token ID Lee. Admin perm locked. Counter admin token pending. Will I be able to get in? I cannot get in to the supervisor's office, but we can see there's glowies in there. I'm not sure how we can see that. but we can.
Guess we know where the goop from Tau ends up.
We've got more goodies. And another work pad. Iota area announcements. Good.
Yeah, whatever this strange ore is, they certainly treated it very carefully.
Good day, valued colleagues. The momentous day is now upon us. Our little facility, on which we've worked so hard these past months, will today receive its christening and become open for business. Oh, that sounds intimidating indeed, given how well things have gone. You're all aware of what that business is, naturally, but we finally begin to receive the shipments for what we've been preparing. The material we'll be receiving and using is repeatedly warned dangerous, but incredibly exciting. Remember your training. Look out for your colleagues and ensure you follow the material handling guidelines. Our work of all the local facilities is now the most important to our progress of the overall project. What we do here will echo across ages, so perform your finest work and will go down in history. Dyatlov. My friend Vorp pointed out that Dyatlov is the name of one of the important people. Hey, Vorp. In Chernobyl, the meltdown. You may have heard of it. Dyatlov is also a lasting mystery in Russia. You'd have to look up the Dyatlov Pass incident, where a number of experienced individuals all left their tent in the middle of a storm and were found dead with mysterious injuries. So we have two, both somewhat applicable Dyatlovs. My assumption is Vorp was correct with the reference to Chernobyl.
Those are magnetic containment arrays. And I think I see some confinement chambers.
That needs ore and ore. All right, that's a sample chamber control system, which I do have enough materials for.
Magnetic fields used to guide and accelerate particles. Holy nitty-clark! Field strength is 28.8 Teslas.
That's a lot of Teslas. All right, well.
Particle guide and baryonic accretion chamber. In monkey speak, that's...
Monkey speak.
Smashy here.
In monkey speak, Speedy Adams goes smashy smashy here. Alright, that's the boot announcement. Monkey speak, I'm going to use that from now on. Alright, well, we've got 10. And 6. Roland, best mining boy for sure. Okay, those are not items in order of operation. Items can be removed once placed. Let's see. Looks like print screen, flags, ignore false, ignore true. Well, we have exe.ch load and exe underscore enrichment, and we had the same things back here. In the prep room, in the prep room. Not in the med bay, though. It's in the prep room, wasn't it? I think it was. No, it wasn't in the prep room. Had to have been in the control room.
That button verifies the contents of the sample chambers below. The null means they're empty. So we need to sort that first.
Well, I'll sort that first. I still can't get in there. Stupid supervisors. The game continues to surprise and actually kind of amaze me. It keeps getting better. Verify chambers. Well, presumably that worked.
That one triggers the enrichment process, which is currently set to that Navy flying loop. Clearly we said weird on purpose.
That didn't do anything. Because that's the administration terminal's locked down. Then perhaps we actually have to activate it in here. It's not showing up in here. Do we need to, I don't know if we can turn off the Nemi-flarging thing. It's locked, so no, we can't. That one's locked as well. Neither of those is working here. I've already opened both of those and taken any goodies they had. This is interesting. Without spoiling, this strange ore is a little awkward to get. I have 10. There'll eventually be 2 ways you can use it, one of which is part of the story, so consider that when the other option presents itself. You can farm it, it's just a bit more work. Control console. Did I not? I mean, I thought it required 10, and I thought I put in 10. Still locked.
Here's the activation system.
Okay.
Linked to the master controls upstairs. Okay, I understand the layout now.
Load the sample. Right.
Here, and hit some more buttons.
Verify process samples in the upper control. Oh, the silo? Ah, okay.
Well done, my primate friend.
Thank you, Roland.
Try that button marked enrichment.
Well, I like being enriched.
It's running, but the operating mode is set to ignore the target chamber. There has to be a way to change that.
Let me guess.
Upstairs?
Does this all seem needlessly complicated to you?
Well, they probably had multiple people doing it, and I'm doing it by myself.
System is checking. Excellent. Contents verified. It is said goal flags, so it looks like the chamber prep is done. That's better. The accelerator will now bombard the enrichment target with particles instead of my magnificent, yet sensitive circuits. Let's head back downstairs again and start it.
Woot, 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 woot.
The sweet hum and crackle of exploding subatomic particles, annihilating each other and smashing into an ore sample we knew irresponsibly little about.
He almost makes that sound like a bad thing. Looks like it's going in that direction. I don't think there was anything in that direction.
That locked office is now open.
Oh,
What's another locked one? Reset the system.
honey, I'm home.
Correct.
Recipe! That's the most important thing. Everyone knows that. Accent color, white. Data? Why, yes, let us download data, please. The irony is, that's probably exactly how it went down the first time in real life. like they really had any fucking idea what it entailed. I actually have a little bit of a story about that. My dad was at what is called the Mike shot, which is the first thermonuclear activity on Earth. The first H-bomb test. And he was on a very close ship. He said the closest, who knows? His ship was loaded with scientists. The scientists were not concerned. They were sure it was going to go off, and they were sure it was safe. In other words, they weren't going to set the atmosphere on fire. And they told my dad, okay, we'll tell you to look away. And I believe they had given them all, glasses, sunglasses, or goggles that with extra dark glass on them. And once it's safe for you to turn around and look, we'll let you know. So turn around, cover the eyes, or flash, wait. You can turn around now. He turns around, takes off the glasses. The entire horizon from side to side has jumped straight up into the air. That was the base of the mushroom cloud. That's how close they were. And now, given that my father was at the Mike shot and got a not inconsiderate dose of non-lethal radiation, I think that explains why I am the way I am. Same group that said to hide under your tables when the Russians attacked. Under your desks. We were told to hide under our desks. A data spindle, a convenient slimline storage case containing a data spindle, a high-tech device capable of extremely fast data transfer. Well, I've got that.
Have you seen this type of storage before?
It is a data spindle, obviously. It makes reading and writing extremely dense data sets almost instantaneous.
If you say so, I'm sure we'll find a good use for something like that. Let's get out of here.
Well, let's first of all see what this has to say. Yanak Dyatlov, Facility IOTA Supervisor. Hello, Yanak. Just checking in to see how the new construct is performing. Ooh, a construct? That's different. Hello, Grant. Beyond expectations, honestly. I am doing bad Russian accent. I hope you enjoy. I know that you said that our computational power would be greater than we'd experienced before, but an entire order of magnitude. I have to say, I wasn't expecting that. Thank you again. Not a problem. We had what you might term spares, so I thought they'd be able to help you out with some of your experiments. All of us greatly appreciate the effort that you and your team, IOTA, has been a valuable partner in our work, so we wanted to repay the favor. Well, like I say, it is much appreciated. Oh, one thing. If you ever experience any strange behavior, please let me know directly. Strange behavior from the construct? Yes, nothing to worry about. Just let me know. No need to flag it on the system. Right. All right. Sure. Of course. Thank you, Grant. Stay well, Yannick. I doubt he stayed well. Just putting that out there. Okay, well, we got everything out of IOTA, I think, that we're supposed to get. I'm going to check and see if the ring is now accessible. No. And the new journal is, right, Yannick and the other fellow. Just chit-chatting. If you see anything weird, let me know. Don't report it, just let me know. It'll be fine. I promise.
There's something odd about that data spindle. It has far too many I/O threads.
This whole claim is odd. Nothing makes sense. Why was Granda here? What was it you mentioned? Terminal data saturation state. Did someone die? Who are these resistance people really? And how do they know so much about what's down here? I'm not giving them another bite of data until they give us some real answers. We fought too hard to let someone control us again.
Alright, now here is one mining facility. This is for lava stone and something's hard. I can't remember the name. Can't be important, right? Right? I'm gonna grab some mats. Radiotropic mushrooms. We haven't seen those before. Ow.
Fascinating. These mushrooms appear to feed on the radiation emitted from these large crystallized structures. I typically use these as a serum to protect you from their effects.
Ah. Anti-rad. Rad away. Just looked up Yannick too. Oh, I don't think I noticed that the radiation has a bottom tier. That the bottom circle is for radiation. I guess that's the first time I've gotten a high enough amount of radiation to notice that. I'm almost full on stuff, so we'll just go ahead and head back. We'll send them that data. See if we can hear from our mysterious possible friends. See, this is the new color scheme. Thought I'd go for something a little dark and edgy, you know. Deep Thane's heart. Need to experiment with those? I'll show you. It wasn't obvious. Basically, you select the hab, and you hit T for theme, and it gives you access to all of them, and not just the hab module, but everything in it will change theme. So if I wanted something brighter, Vertex yellow. It's sunnier, but arc purple. Yeah. Oh. I now have everything that was buyable. For the training stuff, the upgrades. Drop those off there. The deep stone we just nabbed can go in there. We've got 2 oxygen dome Mark IIs. Well, I guess I'll keep those in my inventory. Yeah, so the upgrade panel is full. Completely filled up, everything unlocked. Market panel, the construction blueprints. These ones cost $22,000 each. That's the theme I just bought. Yeah, the suit cleaner, locker, lights, and everything else is cosmetics. And I could certainly see myself playing with it for a while. The plans, everything except the speed injector and foodstuffs. And then visual customizations. We'll go ahead and bust open this geode. Mining laser 4 you skipped because you already had 5. Show off. it is. Up to 28%. 41%. 50%. 60%. We got 4 shots left. 65%. 73%. 78%. Gotta be there. 90%. Oh, it was only superior. Didn't quite get flawless. I have failed you and I feel shame. Got 2 superior deep veins hearts. $6,000 for the pair, I believe. 24K now. Minigame is something they have done in WoW for jewel crafters. It's also like a daily now. Oh, I hadn't seen it in WoW. I was a little surprised by the minigame. I wasn't prepared for it. Return to the outpost. Trigger a suit scan in front of the resistance. Oh. Hi, guys. Doopy doopy doopy. Hi, Miss T. By the way. Shadowlands?
No more games. What the hell were they doing here?
You found something, didn't you? Why don't you tell me?
No more data, no more errands, no more trust. Not until you tell us what you're really after.
Very well. The facilities you've been finding were operated by Virtus Limited, one of the big 5 megacorps. I'm sure you've heard of them. For some time, we've suspected that Virtus were working on something big. Something important enough to make them hide a very large, very well-funded operation right under Ark's nose. We believe they're developing technology that requires a particularly volatile element. We don't know much about
Unobtainium?
it, only that it has some extremely non-standard properties.
Extremely non-standard would explain the reactions in that log file.
So why have us dig around? Just for corpo secrets you can sell for a quick buck?
Well, that's what we've been doing.
No, because of whom they sent down there. Scientists focused on exotic material research, quantum theory, astroengineering, and sentient AI development.
But no one develops sentient AI. It's banned.
Oh, no one ever does anything banned.
And these scientists were not just senior, they were the heads of their departments, top of the org charts. Look, Maeve, anything that required that much investment and those kinds of people, it's bound to be revolutionary. We can't let them keep it all to themselves. Now, please, what did you find?
More data, and a log entry about a strange element.
Nothing else? Nothing about the scientists they sent?
Well, a lot of them are dead.
Okay. To help build some trust, we acquired a newer version of the code decompiler. It will give you more credits for the data you obtain. Secrecy is paramount here, so you need to construct a covert transmission antenna to access it. Here are the plans. Please, keep looking for those drives.
Covert comms
Let's
antenna.
see what we can find. Together, we can free humanity.
You didn't tell them about the log we found. With your granddad in it.
No, that's personal. I still don't really trust them.
Me neither. I would like to get my tethers on that new decompiler, though.
Okay, let's build their fancy antenna. See if we can finally get the Kaplan module unlocked.
And what is required? Covert comms. 20 of the advanced crafting materials. 3 Kalyanites, I think. Well, 3 light brown and 2 dark brown. 3 light brown and 2 dark brown. 3 light brown and 2 dark brown. Okay, we're going to need 6 more kaolinite bars. And 2 more meteorite bars. 6 kaolinite and 2 meteorite. So when I signed off yesterday in my regular stream time, I did my standard hope that everyone's week wouldn't suck. I hope everyone's week is not sucking so far. I mean, it's a Monday, and Mondays they always kind of suck. That'll give us 6, and then 2. We also got a caloxite geode. I'll get to that in a second. We also need 2. No. How many reinforced building materials did we need? This always happens to me. I always forget. This is old age right here. 3. And we need 2 more meteorite bars. No, meteorite bars here. No. Here? Yeah. We need 4 more oxide. I try not to overmake stuff because I'm afraid I'm going to run out of one of the components, because a lot of the components are used for multiple things. So, for instance, taking all the kaolinite and turning it all into bars, I might need something else that the kaolinite is used for. All right, now we make 2 of the meteor frames. And we need 20 of the reinforced. I assume it was the reinforced. Maybe it was the regulars. I wish you could mouse over. Oh, here. I wish you could mouse over and see what those materials are. I think those are just the regular materials. Not even the reinforced. No, they're the reinforced ones. Yeah, they're the reinforced ones. I wish they were a little more easier to make out. We need mycelial biomass, or wormwood and shrooms. Don't make me go downstairs for more mycelial biomass. I got enough. It was 20, right? We've got 8, we need 12 more. 6. Eight. 10. Disable it after we get our next one. Hey there, Turtle Daredevil. I got 12. All right. We should now have everything we need. Oh, we also have... we have Caloxite Geode. Oh. We'll pop it open. There it is. %. 69. Please feel free to say nice. 81. We have 2 more shots. 86. What we're trying to do is remove as much of the material around it as we can. 89%. Not quite perfect. Yeah, we're all infected with the internet memes. We get 3 of the little fire things. There they are, dust rubies. All right. And now, what are we missing? Oh, that's right, the last thing, the copper-looking wacky-do. The high voltage converter. Okay, our first things, we got the camber flex. We need a deep thane bar. Is that with nuts? Deep thane bar. Hello there, and good evening. Presumably, I don't know. A deep thane bar. We need 5 deep thane ores. And that will give us our first deep thane bar. You'll note my outside stuff is still my old color scheme. Purple and black is so emo. The high voltage converter. Bonk. We can now make a super secret antenna, which we'll place right next to our regular antenna. That way it'll blend in with the neighbors. Okay, maybe not. It's bigger than that. Power lost. Holy crap, 10 power. How much power are we currently under? We're currently under by 9. Okay, so first thing we do is turn this off. And now we are 1 positive. We need 10 more energies. That one isn't enough. That one's not enough. That one would be enough. 3, 6, 10. We need 10 more blocks. Again, I can't tell if those are the regular ones or not. Let's turn off the construction camera. I think it's a little better right now without. Do we have any construction blocks? We have 7 regular building materials. I really do wish that there was a stronger delineation between the two flavors of a number of things, where it basically they look almost identical. Building materials. Nope. Kaolite and caloxite. We have a lot of each. Well, we have some of each, I guess I should say. We need 10. Those are definitely the improved. Okay. So we need 6 more building materials. Would we really want to use camber flex for that? Those are the reinforced. That's lava stone. We got plenty of that and that. So actually we don't need this. Oh, we've got a whole... We have a metric shit ton in here. Okay, never mind. Never mind. We turn this one back on, though. And that'll give us 2 reinforced per, and we need 10. Turn this back off when we've got 10. And we got a tango. Did I not turn that off? What the hell's going on? Stop. Hammer time. Stop. We have another node. Another geode. Spotted it yet. There it is. We're at 47%. That was bad. That was not helpful. 64%. 78%. 2 shots left. That was not worth a damn thing. Got us up to 88, so superior, but not flawless. Sell that. 3 Bladestone. 5,600 space bucks. No, not actually space bucks. All right, now we have 11 available power. We turn the sucker back on. It's covert. Honest. Construct a covert comms tower.
So, can we open the module?
Nope.
some self-righteous resistance. Grandad sent us here for a reason. After seeing he was in Iota, I know that there's something he wanted us to find down there.
You may be a genius geotech engineer, but your oil god minion is Lord of the... well, good. Remember that data spindle?
Oh, you figure out a way to combine the new decompiler and spindle in some tricky and clever way.
Well, if you're going to steal my dramatic save-the-day moment...
Rowan, thank you. Really, it means so much to me that you're here.
Okay, enough the sappy stuff. Here's the crafting plan.
Module Authenticator. Module Authenticator. Data spindle, decompiler info, and one hardened storage drive. How many do I have? I have one that's full and one that is empty. There is a toggle here for displaying things like cards and stuff. Occasionally, if you forget that it's there, you can run into a question, did I pick something up? And you picked it up. It's a quest item, and they made it invisible. Wait, why are the gold ones? Those weren't showing up when I was trying to sell stuff. Anyway, we're going to craft a module authenticator right now. Because I have the science.
There we go. One shiny new module authenticator. What next?
Connecting to it now. Uploading decompiler. So, funny story.
I doubt that.
Yes.
Remember the AI housing we built for Stanley? With all the complex materials and parts?
Yes.
We need to build another one. It's the only way to establish a faster connection between the camera module and the authenticator.
Seriously?
Just kidding. We can use Stanley's on. Got you.
I was about to kick your chassis into next week, my best robo.
I still think he needs a snack.
You love me, really.
Insert the mobile authenticator into Stanley's AI core containment. Let's see. Yep, module authenticator. Again, open it up, and there it is.
I had to shove that in pretty hard.
Wonderful. Blunt force always works well with delicate circuits.
It's called percussive maintenance.
To intermediary subsystems. Integrating code streams. Balancing I/O.
Well,
Loads of data. But it just seems to be nonsense. Ow! That was uncomfortable. It pushed all that data back to me. I didn't know
Oh, he had his data pushed in.
the data seems to hit itself again. I'll accept one file. An audio recording. It's under that memories kernel editing in my stubs. I have no idea what to expect. But I can play it when you're ready, Dave.
Trigger and listen to the stub memory within the new section of the journal. Well, let's make sure we've got everything else covered first. Just, Echoes of Grandad. We found the Iota facility and Grandad. Well, obviously not Grandad himself, but a mention of him. He was there in Iota, Dr. Gerard Shaw. He was some sort of medical doctor here? Well, we don't know medical. I knew there was more going on with this claim than he had let on, but I didn't realize he was actually here. I wish he could have told me before he passed instead of all those cryptic hints and references. Well, too late for that now. If he was here, it's confirmation that we're on the right track. I'm convinced that this resistance guy knows more than he's letting on, so it's time to put my foot down a bit and get some answers. Side note, it seems like Iota connects to the manufacturing process back in Tau in some way. Something to do with a weird ore we found here used in the accelerator, I think. It might be worth heading back there and trying to trigger a batch of fuel rods at some point. Ooh, okay. Echoes of Grandad. Okay, before I forget, if we're going to be making a fuel rod, we may need like the fuel core that we picked up. I don't think I put it here though. No. So it should be over here in one of these chests. That's the one right there. It looks like chaos, but it's actually chaos. Yeah, pretty much. Seam X5. So by seam, presumably a mineral seam, as if perhaps buried meteorite stuff.
This recording was made to document the location
Granddad.
of an unusually rich and diverse seam of crystalline formations. Pursuant to Paper Protocol Section 19F, this information has been deemed mission critical and stored in this manner to avoid network access. We have designated this location as Seam X5. Coordinates for the cavern entrance are 28X09. Landmarks for wayfinding: northwest of Facility Tau, down towards the central armor link, right side of the magma wall. Total value of excavated entirely is estimated at approximately 34 million credits on the open market. Message ends.
That was Granddad.
Are you okay?
Granddad. The cavern module is a treasure map.
A 34 million credit treasure? It seems so.
I just...
Blackjack and hookers.
I think I expected more.
Yeah, I don't think that's it.
Did you hear the bit about the 34 million credits?
I don't think that's all.
I don't mean the credits. I guess I was just hoping for a message from him. For me. Wait, those coordinates he mentioned.
Don't make any sense.
34 or 24x, 29x.
No units, nowhere near enough for precision.
It's my birthday, Roland.
No, it's not. Not for another. Oh.
Oh!
It is a message for me, but one that only we understand. Anyone else would just ignore the useless coordinates, use the landmarks, find the seam, collect the riches, and leave. But those coordinates, my birthday, he's telling us there's more.
I can't actually follow your logic here. I guess we'll have to go spelunking.
After Iota, I confronted the Resistance figure about what was going on. Turns out they know more than they were letting on. He told us that Virtus Limited, a competitor to ARC, and the second most powerful megacorp in existence is behind the facilities we've been finding. They were apparently looking for some sort of fantastical new element, a dangerous one, judging from the log files we found, and the shitload of dead bodies. We built a new comms tower at the outpost with plans sent over by the Resistance, which is supposed to be covert, and got us access to a new code decompiler. Covert apparently means 50 feet high and hugely demanding on our power grid, but Roland seems to think it's stealthy enough. Anyway, main thing is that with a little crafting and some genius AI drone know-how, I shipped us up a device that let Roland interface with the Kappa module through Stanley's housing. The Kappa module is a treasure map, some sort of convoluted just for us message from dead Granddad treasure map, unlocked by Roland's stubs. I actually heard Granddad's voice again. He was recording some sort of survey report, but it absolutely just a cover for a message that only Roland and I would understand. He's pointed us to some sort of cavern called Seam X5, apparently filled with 34 million worth of minerals if it pans out. That's the future of the outpost sorted. We're going to go and check it out. Maybe there's more info from Granddad out there. There's my picture. Gosh, it looks just like home. Because that's what it is. It's home. Oh, was that the first one? No. All the way down. Stub memories. Yep. All right, let's see. What do we got here? Got a couple things we can drop off in our little boxes of storage for stuff. I always want to keep one basic electronic with us. We can drop the oxygen domes in there and the micro circuits. We still have empty injector. We still have 4 build kit power relays and 2 light sticks that we're carrying around, as well as 1 Atmo dome. Atmo dome. It is afternoon. Let's see. Locate the entrance to Seam X5 west of Facility Tau. Listen to the stub memory. Seam X5 from the journal if needed. Enter Seam X5. Well, we need to go to Tau. Yep, we are currently going to Tau. At least we hope so. Okay. CMX5.
This recording was made to document the location of an unusually rich and diverse seam of crystalline formations. Pursuant to Terra Paper Protocol Section 19F, this information has been deemed mission critical and stored in this manner to avoid network access.
Okay.
We have designated this location as Seam X5. Coordinates for the cavern entrance are 28X09.
So she was born on September 29th.
Northwest of Facility Town.
Northwest.
Down towards the central lava lake.
Towards the lava lake.
Right side of the
Right side of the magma fall.
Total value excavated entirely is estimated at approximately 34 million credits.
34.
Message ends.
Here we go. Northwest. Towards the central lava lake. What is up there? The magma fall. The right side of the magma fall. Well, I mean, this is a seam, and this is... It needs a deep vein focusing lens and a cargo drone Mark II, and it's going to produce those things, but I can't believe that's what we're talking about. Toward the northwest. That should be the southeast. No, that's northeast, so it should be... Oh, over there. See if we can get around. Head back up. Alright, we got some O2. What's the right side of the magma fall? This is southwest, that's west, that's northwest. I think it's got to be over there. Can I see anything? No, I don't see anything. Maybe higher up on the side, that's closer to the other. The other station. We got all kinds of magma falls. Got a box, which is one that I dropped here, I'm pretty sure. Indeed it is. We've got magma falls over there, and really big magma falls over there. I don't know if there's any way we can reach that, though. I mean, there's no shortage of magma falls around, let's be frank. This is the other base. West of Tau. West, I was looking northwest. So west of Tau, that should have been in that direction. I went completely the wrong way. Fortunately, I think there's an... Sorry. Teleporter in here, and we can just teleport ourselves, set it to take us back to Tau. That's the wrong way. Yeah. Transit hall. We currently want to set it to Tau. Purple. And we're back in Tau. West. So that direction. West. That was the direction I headed. Crap. Locate entrance to west of Tau. This is where we went previously. But I'm not sure which. Okay, there don't appear to be any lava falls in that direction. Might be the ones right in front of me. This might be the scene, but that doesn't seem to make any sense. Due east from here isn't... Well, is it Tau? I don't think so. Listen to the stub memory. Enter Scene X.
This recording was made to document the location of an unusually rich and diverse seam of crystalline formations. Pursuant to Paper Protocol Section 19F, this information has been deemed mission critical and stored in this manner to avoid network access. We have designated this location as Seam X5. Coordinates for the cabin entrance are 28X09. Landmarks for wayfinding, northwest of Facility Tau, down towards the central map lake, right side of the Magma Fall. Total value, if excavated entirely, is estimated at approximately 34 million credits on the open market. Message ends.
I don't appear to be able to go any further that way. That's... God damn it. We're low on O2. That is an oxygen bubble. Get our O2 back up, and we'll hit it again.
This recording was made to document the location of an unusually rich and diverse seam of crystalline formation. Pursuant to Paper Protocol Section 19F, this information has been deemed mission critical and stored in this manner to avoid network access. We have designated this location as Seam X5. Coordinates for the cabin entrance are 28X09. Landmarks for wayfinding, northwest of facility Tau, down towards the central arm lake, right side of the mangrove wall. Total value of excavated Tau is estimated at approximately 34 million credits on the open market. Message ends.
Which lava fall? Looking for a cave, I think. I don't. Okay, that's the entrance. Not to Tau, but to the other base. Lava falls, but evidently not the right ones. Granddad was not particularly helpful with his pointers. Presumably more, excess stone in there. Maybe that fall? See if we can get some more O2 real fast. Gotta say, Granddad's directions were pretty crap. Presumably more. Oh. A Quakemaker Church. Hit me with it again, please.
This recording was made to document the location of an unusually rich and diverse seam of crystalline formations. Pursuant to Paper Protocol Section 19F, this information has been deemed mission critical and stored in this manner to avoid network access. We have designated this location as Seam X5. Coordinates for the cabin entrance are 28X09. Landmarks for wayfinding, northwest of facility Tau, down towards the central arm lake, right side of the mangrove wall.
Right side of the mangrove.
Message ends.
Maybe down lower. It's over there. That's we've been there. Right side of the map. West. It says west of Tau, so that means if we're looking east, we should be looking at Tau. But no, that's not it. Because the thing here in the upper left says west of Tau. Down by the lake. Do we have any other magma falls. Well, this is Tau. West. Okay, west is in that direction, so it does seem like it should be that magma fall there. Okay, now we're headed. Yeah, that one is due west. That's not at the lower, the main magma lake. There's nothing to the right of that one, down at the lowest level. I mean, is this the seam? In which case I'm going to have to make deep thane focusing lens and a drone Mark II. Deep thane focusing lens. Hold on, I need to write things down. Because I'm not finding it anywhere else. But I do have some other stuff I can do in the meantime. I have a number more power relays. And there are a couple of places that I can get power to that I haven't been able to previously. What is that? Oh, that is a broken power relay. That's what that is. We'll get our oxygen back up. And we'll head over towards some of the other facilities. But first, I need to refill my coffee cup. It says to enter the steam. That's like a cave. The quest guide says west of Tau. Granddad says northwest. But it also says enter seam X5. And I haven't seen anything that I could enter anywhere near there. I've already run power out here at a couple of different places. There's another mining node. This one needs corinium and cargo drone. I dropped this here with more rock. That's sort of my trademark. You can run into me dropping rock off everywhere. Was I able to get in here? No. I need Gerard Shaw, Granddad's ID card. Well, we've got a thing that we want to pick up. That's a Virtus Yellow chassis customization. Ow, I hurt myself by falling. I can't enter the facility. Maybe I need to like do something to drain the lava away from that. All right, we need power. I think this thing was open, so I think I can go in and catch a break to drop the me being on fire state. Fire hurts. All right, we need to get power to that thing, which will access that to cross. So we've got power to up there someplace. I'm trying to do this optimally so I don't waste any power runs. Okay, that's got power. Yeah. Power relay. Anywhere here will be good. Like that. Alright, that got power to up here. Where I'm not sure we needed it, but... Oop. Power to here. Oxygen. Gondola controls. Mine site Hades. Tear paper protocol active. Gondola disabled. Hades and Omicron. Interesting. How about here? Call gondola. It is live, it's just disabled, right? Yeah. Huh. Locate the advanced power generation. Technology within Mu. Still gotta find some way to do that then. do have some mysteries ongoing, doing we? This does not have power to it? No, it has power, okay. I think. Well, I don't think actually that it does. Alright, I'm going to... Oh, how are we doing on oxygen? We're okay. Can't disable that one, huh? Is that the one I disable? I can disable? Thought I could disable. I know I've destroyed one previously. Well, that's the one I just placed. How many do we have left now? 3? Well, let's try it. Well, that's going to power up everything we need, I think, here. Got 3. Can I get in now? No. What did it say? Report to facility administrator. Alright, well, we should be able to destroy that one if we need to. But I'm not sure we need any more powered up bits. This is the one we can't get into because we don't have Granddad's card. Let's see what we can do with Mew.
Maeve, watch your oxygen levels.
Thank you. Thanks, Ron. Get some more O2. Open the capacitor door at Facility Mew. I think that's our next objective then. That's not something we have done previously, so... Alright, back at Tau. Material processing. So we have a nuclear fuel rod. This requires fuel molds. We're going to need kaolinite bars. And if memory serves, we needed a bunch of them. Like 4. I don't think we'll have to do anything with waste processing. I think we fixed the waste processing issue already. So I think now if we get 4 molds, write that down. Or fuel rod molds. I'm just writing this stuff down for myself. Let's see if that's necessary. Load, intake status, unloaded. Fill one or both with quaranium, and then load intakes. Oh, maybe there's already a full nuclear fuel rod, so I don't need the quaranium and the molds, I don't think. So we're gonna... are we in the right place? No, there we are. So we'll try the molds. Back to Maeve. Let's see what we can find in Mew. Locate an access code for the strange console in an undersea dam. Find a way to open the capacitor door in Mew. It's the first time I've felt a little bit blocked. Oh, there we go. Okay. We're off to Mew. Yep, just Deepstone. You can tell I've been in a place because there's all this heavy rock that I left behind so that I could carry other stuff. Is this the one that's locked? Release door lock. Override a remote terminal for access. That lets me out. Well, we checked for everything here. Chapman. Maybe there's a terminal in Chapman's office in Epsilon? Yeah, it was Chapman. That's it, just the vault, right? Yeah. Access power monitor. Local power statistics. I wish these went faster. Epsilon connected. Scarpa climber, no power to Omicron. Kappa connected warning. Water cooling systems will fail at 40%. Access comms. This is Dieter Yar. We've had this one. This isn't new. Make sure that there's nothing else we've missed. We'll head back quickly to Epsilon and see if Chapman has a console in his room. Otherwise, I'm afraid I'm a little bit blocked. I mean, probably not actually blocked, but brain blocked. Thank you. Thank you very much, Winterly. I'm usually good for one of those a week. On average. That's not Chapman. That's the quartermaster. Contact, that's locked out. I don't think that was Chapman. That's Dieter Yar. That was nobody. That's Simone Parker. We've been through all of those. Go to the other wing. We got everything out of there. And we got everything out of there. I've got the code written down. But why bother? I know we got everything out of there. That's Nkudi Sinclair. George Broussard. Grant Harlow. This is Chapman. Lisa Chapman. Open the door. Limited access. Please contact your workplace administrator. That's not especially helpful. Alright, that's not a clippy. That's not what we were looking for. Seam X5 within the magma rift. Locate the entrance west of Tau. I've looked. It says enter Seam X5, so there's got to be a door or something like a doorway. What? That's green. Have I not been in there? Oh, I don't have George Broussard's yet. He's got a cooking set up in there. Who's George Broussard? Shipping and receiving supervisor. And there's no way into the other crew quarters from here. George Broussard. Shipping and receiving. Well, what was the storage code? 1 second. 986, I think. No? This reading round, right? 8852? Was that the one? I mean, it does look like there's a green light in there, but I don't think so. I mean, I went in there and I got everything out. Maybe I'm missing something in the big cargo bay area. Empty. Uh-oh. Cactus, moonshine, anti-gravity tech, mining explosives, and a little bit of jaspite. Nothing sexy. Well, I mean, sure, maybe the booze. I mean, I've been around through every place, every nook and cranny in this place. Countless times. Checked all the DBs. And it's the climber schematics. We had to get those. We've already got that. The data downloaded. Nothing in that part of the room. That's the other crew quarters. Okay. Back up to the surface station. Space in there for that? Barely. Mining explosives, anti-grav, and the cactus moonshine, and another quake maker charge. We're gonna head back to Tau and we're gonna try it again. Let's see if we can see what I'm just not seeing. Intelligence mainframe. Leave facility? Have I missed something entirely? Oh no, this is where we came in. And the intelligence facility kind of crashed down. This is how we got in the first place. Okay. Actually, maybe this is the exit we need to go through to find X5, because it's west or northwest, depending on who you listen to. Northwest would be in that direction, west would be in that direction. Don't step in the lava. Just take that advice from me. Okay, west or northwest? I mean, there is a seam over there on the east, on the right-hand side of this lava fall. I'm not seeing any place that I'm supposed to go in over there to enter this seam. Do I have to punch a hole in it? Maybe I have to punch a hole in it with the mine. I've got a miner set up. Let's assume that that's what I have to do. I think I took notes on what we needed for that. It wasn't one of the Coralite lenses. It's one of the others, right? Yeah. Deep vein focusing lens and a cargo drone too. We're going to try that. And that'll punch a hole, hopefully, through. And we can get into the seam. It's the only thing I can think of. Again, stay out of the lava. That's just a general recommendation for everyday life. You should consider staying out of lava. It says magma chamber, but that's lava. Or maybe it's not. I mean, technically, theoretically, it's magma when it's underground, and it's underground there, but it's not, you know, really underground? Because it's in a big open chamber. So is that still lava? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we're going back to Maeve. And it's going to be the lens and a drone, too. I haven't made one of the lenses. haven't made a drone 2 yet either. But I believe I had the mats ready for a drone 2. No, not anymore. Okay, we need an advanced electronics. We can make one of those. Cargo drone Mark II. How much is that sucker? Oh, it uses a cargo drone Mark 1? I guess I have one of those tucked away somewhere.
Tired.
Okay, I'll sleep.
Must sleep.
Alright, let's check the lens. Apparently that is a regular item. Hey, fat buddy. Hope your week so far isn't sucking. Then we're good with that. We just need 3 Tangrite frames. Alright, that was pretty quick making. We'll see if that does what we need it to does. We'll take a nap. Deep vein focusing lens. Not a magnifying lens, a deep vein focusing lens. Focusing lens and magnifying lens, to almost identical things, really, when you think about it. We will take a nap now. It's late afternoon. We've had a busy day. We'll just grab some sleep. We'll sleep until night. We are refreshed. And we're back to Tau. Alright. I somehow managed to miss those items. Nothing critical. Alright, we're going to start up the miner. That is where the seam is supposed to be. You do have to be careful because falling like 4 feet does more damage than standing in lava does. Alright, here we go. Oop, almost. Alright, lens. And drone. Nope, no power. Why no power? We need mount, fortunately. I have power relays left. Is it not running? It doesn't look like it's running. Add the... oh. Take all. Add. It's not working. Why is it not working? Oh, add. There we go. It's working. I'm hoping it's going to bust through this wall into the seam. But I need oxygen. Because that's the place that is west or northwest of Tau. So I don't know how it can be any other place. And this is on the right-hand side of the magma fall. I mean, I tried to go around like that, and there wasn't anything there. I mean, I could get to about here. This thing was in my way, so I kind of had to pick my way and not die. Could you brake, please? Evidently the answer is no, you won't brake. See, I tried to go further this way and it's an invisible wall. What? Jeez! That was not what I wanted to do at all. I mean, maybe over there? But I think I'd die if I try going over there. It's to the right of the lava fall. Well, this is a lava fall too. And this has a seam of minerals that we're currently... Maybe it's got to go for a full... Resource generation is 5 minutes. We're going to wait for 2 more minutes. Let me grab some more O2. But if this doesn't work, I'm kind of at a loss. Because the other things, locate the entrance to seam X5 west of Facility Tau. That's west of Facility Tau. It looks like a seam, an ore seam. Listen to the message again if needed. Enter seam X5. We also need an access code. These are the quests we currently have outstanding. For the console in the undersea dam. Found that. Locate the advanced power generation. We need Chapman's ID card, I think, for that. And there's a crate on the surface we still don't have access to. We'll go ahead and mine some potentially useful materials. It went through a full cycle. I am at a bit of a loss. I mean, I could theoretically try jumping over there and then walking across and seeing if there's anything over there, but I doubt I could make the jump that far. Another magma. They set it to the central lake, so this is the central lake. That's not really the central lake. And there's a small magma fall there. The big magma fall there. I certainly don't see any seam or cave or anything of the like. And there's that thing out in the middle of the proverbial lake of fire. Satan approved lake of fire. And it's supposed to be northwest or west. Depending on who you ask and which part of Tau we're talking about. Okay, that is west of Tau. That is the one where I currently have it drilling and was hoping that was where it was. But there's no shortage of magma falls all over the bloody place. That's the closest I can figure out. I mean, it says find a way. Locate the entrance to Seam X5 west of facility Tau. This is the Tau facility. Listen to the stub necessary again from the journal, and I will.
This recording was made to document the location of unusually rich and diverse seam of crystalline formations. Pursuant to Paper Protocol Section 19F, this information has been deemed mission critical and stored in this manner to avoid network access. We have designated this location as Seam X5. Coordinates for the cabin entrance are 28X09. Landmarks for wayfinding, northwest of facility Tau, down towards the central map lake, right side of the macro wall. Total value of excavated Tau is
Northwest.
approximately 34 million credits on the open market. Messages.
Northwest. That's west, that's northwest of Tau. West of the central magma fall. On the right-hand side. There. Oh my god, I think I found it. I found it.
Cavern entrance northwest of town. This must be it. We're here, Grandad. What are we looking for?
Getting some weird material leading from deeper inside this cavern. Very extreme environment mechanics too.
Okay, that just took me right back out. So presumably I'm now facing in. No, that's the way we came in.
I've only ever seen it once before, but that looks a lot like a Hyperion crystal over there. That would explain the credit valuation that Grandad talked about. We have to get to it.
My enhanced gravity towers will get you over that gap. I'm sure of it. Do the sit scan. I'll check for anomalies.
Doom
There's a
doom.
container behind all the crates in the corner. Active code block 2. Rolling cipher. 4 digits.
Yep.
We can't hack it.
We don't need to.
Birthday. Yep.
My birthday. What year was I born?
2317. Oh.
New suit.
Clever.
Well, that's anti-rad generator blueprint. And Gerard Shaw's key card.
A key card. It's Grandad's. So he was a credentialed member of this expedition.
Not just some
Hardened storage drive containing construction
AI
blueprints.
scientist.
Anti-rad generator.
Wasn't that Dr. Harlan?
Another build kit. Good.
Just let me know when you're ready.
Industrial coolant. Grab that and that. Our weight is heavy, so we won't pick up the extra lava stone. And we will drop off a bunch of lava stone if it comes to that. In fact, that's what we're going to do. We're going to dump off the lava stone. Oh, it's full. Dump off the lava stone. You know. We've got a couple of shinies over here. Oxygen dome. Nutrient bar. More anti-grav tech. And servo motor. And a power cell. Up! It's okay, Miss T. You're never fired, as far as I'm concerned. I do need to AFK for just a second. Please don't leave. We're in a new, exciting place. Just like that, I'm back. And this time, I'll even remember the AFK. I'm tempted to leave it up, so, Miss T understands that I appreciate her efforts. But I'll choose not to. Trigger and listen to the second stub memory. Here we go. Hello, Maeve.
Hello, Maeve. And you too, Roland. I'm sure it's a shock hearing my voice, especially down here. And I'm sure you have a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
I'll answer some. And ask you to trust me that answers for others will come in time. I have planted these recordings inside Roland using his memory framework. Though they're not really memories, just hidden messages triggered when certain conditions are met. This one required you to be inside Seam X5 and to have found my keycard. Others will have different requirements. They all require you both to be present. That was important, very important. I apologize for abusing the trust you placed in me to conduct your maintenance role. But there is so much I could not make myself tell you both. Even though I should have. So I recorded these, unlocking them as you learn what I did, what we did. Because I needed you to understand. Because I need... This claim contains more than just valuable rocks. It contains hubris, deceit, misdirected genius, and greed. It contains secrets, whose fate you will have to decide. God knows we proved manifestly inadequate to that task. Find a facility called Omicron. Use my keycard to get past the gate. Find the secure records room. Within, you'll learn how I failed to choose the right path, and worse, how I failed to see there even was a choice. I hope, eventually, you'll forgive me for what you learn. Know that you are both more important to me than I could ever say. I love you.
Granddad. Oh man. It's so weird to hear him talking. to never hear his voice again.
It's upsetting for me as well. You were right, though. He wanted us to follow in his footsteps here.
I just wish he told us what he wanted. Why so cryptic? Why send us here like this?
He always was a bit of a closed book, Maeve. I'm sure he has a good reason for doing things this way. Let us check out Omicron. Now that we have his key card, we'll be able to get inside.
Seem X.
And you too, Roland. I'm sure it's a shock hearing my voice, especially down here. And I'm sure you have a lot of questions. I'll answer some. And ask you to trust me that answers for others will come in time. I have planted these recordings inside Roland using his memory framework.
Oh, there's the text for those. Okay.
Hidden messages, triggered when certain conditions.
The motherlode.
This one requires
Seam X5 is really the motherlode, Hyperion crystal. Granddad brought us to the richest vein of Hyperion crystal that I've ever heard of. And this stuff is so incredibly rare. Granddad left us another message in the cavern inside an old hab, along with his old expedition keycard. Turns out he was really high up in this adventure. Chief scientist. Yeah, I was told he was an engineer. Well, the message he left was directly for us this time. I have to say, I got a little emotional hearing him talk to me. I didn't think I'd ever get that again. He was his usual mysterious self and implied that he'd done bad things here. He told us to find a facility called Omicron and a room for secure records stored there. I don't know if I really want to find out what he's talking about, but I owe it to him after bringing us to find such riches. Oh, and while we look for Omicron, I should find a way across to that Hyperion crystal. It's incredibly hot and dangerous in that cavern, so I should set up a safer network of power relays and oxygen generators using the power piped in from outside facilities. The black market constructed seems to have off-the-books gravity tether upgrades, so I'll look into them and maybe Roland can help me get across those big ominous lava magma-filled gaps.
I failed to see there even was a choice. I hope eventually you'll forgive me for what you learn. Know that you are both more important to me than I could ever say. I love you.
Got power up to there. Alright, nothing else around here. That's where we came in. And Roland talked like we've got enough jumping power that we can make some of these crossings, because I've got the gravity tethers and everything. Whoop, no, I don't have them all the way advanced. I'd better head back and make sure we've got everything we need. Checked out Everwind? Well, there might be... I'm not positive. I may have checked that one out. I will give it a look in a sec, Miss T. Does have combat and exploration and island hopping. Everwind. Yeah, I think I did. I'm pretty sure that's one of the ones I did actually stream. That goes over there. Where the hell is? Okay, that was a fail. And maybe don't stand on the enormous radioactive rock lens. Okay, I'm sorry. If Everwind is the one I think it was, I liked it not quite enough to wish list it. So let me teleport back home. No, that's not the one I played. I'm not nuts about the Minecrafty look, but I will give it more of a browse when I'm done with the stream, so let me leave a tab up in my browser for that. All right. Miner's Bane. Lava Stone. Where was the personal key card? For Omicron. Was that Moo? My brain, it's not as great as it should be. Hardened storage data drive. We've got one. Let's get to... We'll ship this off to the black market. It's worth 300. Upgrades. 125 for the hover tethers tier 2. We've got 200 exactly. Oxygen filters 4. I think we can live without the mining crystal 5 for now, so that will give us... Excellent. I will check that out, Miss T. Thank you. Pointers appreciated. That is all of those. I'm sitting at 40,000 credits. None of those themes particularly float my boat, you know? Lights, no. The furniture, I mean, if I decide I want to continue playing around with the game after I'm done with the game. I like that they included all this stuff, as this is assets they put in the game, and their point of view was, let's just add them to the market. And people can, you know, if they want to spend some time and in-game money, they can go ahead and, you know, make a cool-looking base. And I think that's very, very cool. Visual customizations, if I want to change my, you know, my oh-so-sexy outfit. That's the upgrades. Because we've got all of the upgrades taken care of, all of them. And there's just one left in the black market upgrades. Unless they add more later, of course. And drop off some more of this stuff. And then I am going to call it an evening. We've got a lot of stuff ahead of us. And I may actually do some of it offline. I'll feel bad about it, but, you know, I may do it. Why is his card... Okay, there it is. His card is now one of the critical storyline things that vanish when you toggle. Which is the behavior I wanted. I can always bring them back. I need to remember where we have Gerard Shaw's key card for AI. I don't think it's in Mew. I'm probably going to have to spend an hour running around trying to find it. So I am going to call it here for the evening. I went the wrong way. Sorry about that. So I am going to call it here for the evening. I want to thank you guys, as always, for hanging out. I appreciate it very, very much. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand, with more of Aethus. I know I'm getting relatively close to the end, but that might be 2 more streams, or 4, or who knows, maybe 6. I know my friend Vorp did it in 40 hours, the game, and I'm at like 36. You don't pay OT. Oh, man. Fine. I'll do it for the love of the game. And actually, I do love this game. Do I want to say love? Maybe not quite love, but admire and really enjoy. I set a pretty hard bar for loving a game, but I do like it a lot. I'm going to save and quit. And thank you guys very much again for hanging. Hopefully you will see me soon. Back tomorrow, usual BS. And as always, I hope the rest of your week doesn't suck. Take care, and ciao for now. Bye, guys. Yeah, for $16, an absolute freaking steal. I've already gotten, 2 hours per dollar out of the game. It's whatever this guy makes, I'm buying.